All right, we're going. We'll see. Dude, it's been a while.
Hello, Steven.
How long has it been since we hung out?
It's been like 4 or 5 weeks, but not to our viewers and listeners.
To our many, many fans out there, will have simply been a week passing between each episode, but that's just because we're a couple of geniuses.
And we're experts at time management.
Exactly. It'll be a completely seamless ride for y'all.
But it was definitely at least 2 weekends before Christmas.
So it's
a week and
like
a
a
half.
month.
It's been about a month.
That's crazy.
Usually we don't go this long
I was having some separation anxiety.
without seeing our other half. So how you been? Work's been nuts. I know that.
Dude, yeah, work's been nuts. Not to get into too many confidential details, but something went wrong with a boat, and it's all hands on deck, even for people like me who don't work on that specific boat.
On the deck.
Yeah, exactly, on that specific deck. So, a lot of overtime. But you know what? It's
nice.
the weekend now.
Do you get paid for overtime?
So, yes and no. They have this system that they try to accommodate all the like hourly workers, like the union guys, and then also all the salary workers like me. And so basically, without getting too much into the weeds, my first 5 hours of overtime are unpaid, and then I get paid time and a half after 5 hours. So the 3 hours of overtime I worked were completely unpaid. Not like I was making like my regular like hourly wage. They're just not on my paycheck.
Well, I guess that's the benefit of being an hourly worker like me.
Yeah, definitely.
When you're a grunt, you get to cash in every extra minute.
Yeah, exactly.
I work up to 40 hours and no more.
And what's fucked is you hear about all these like lists that they have for people, and one of the lists is the 40.0 list. Because you have to put in like 40.0 hours, but everything after that until 5 hours isn't paid for. And so if you put in exactly 40.0 hours, because it rounds to the nearest tenth of an hour, then you get put on a list if you do that too often. And I have done that a number of times, and I'm like,
I don't get it, but doesn't that mean that you're just handling all of your assigned tasks in the time you're supposed to be?
yes, exactly. And the thing is, they can't tell you to not do it. But when it comes to things like promotions, which are a little bit more subjective, like who deserves what and all that kind of stuff, I think if you're on the 40.0 list, that's a point against you.
Oh, God.
So I try to put in 40.1 most weeks.
Oh, because you think it's computerized?
40
Literally
hours,
40?
40 hours and 3 minutes rounds up to 40.1 hours.
Genius,
Yeah.
like we said.
It's a game, man. It's a whole game in the system. Sometimes you work those extra like 3 minutes to get an extra 0.1 hours on the day. But
Backbreaking.
exactly.
Man, I think that my company just might be extra great then. As a contractor, so it's hourly, it's so flexible how we can construct it. If we need to go past 40, like even if it was by our choice, if I worked 9 hours a day, Monday through Thursday, and then I work 8 to noon on Friday, but some extra urgent emails come in or there's extra stuff to do, I let my boss know, hey, is it okay if I stay an hour or 2 hours more?
Like overtime, yeah.
And he'll just give us a thumbs up, and then that's it. Our boss approves the hours.
Damn, that's nice.
You log them yourself whenever you want. So I usually put in what I'm expecting to work at the beginning of the day. So I'll throw 8 hours in, and then if I leave a bit early or if I stay late, I'll change it before I leave.
Yeah. Oh,
But that's
so
it.
chill.
And we click submit at the end of the week, and you can edit previous days. So like I'll forget, so I'll go back and I'll change. There's no punch in, punch out. I sign in. So on any phone or computer, sign into the website, tell them what my hours were, and click save. And as long as we hit 40, it's fine. So last week, I spent 29 hours at the office, and I did 11 from home. I did like 4 from...
you can work from home. That's also very chill.
I did 4 hours from my mechanic because they have Wi-Fi and I had some car issues.
Yeah.
So I will take my car there around 1 p.m. and then I'll finish my workday from my mechanic.
Oh, I have a lot of friends who are allowed to do that, like work from home for like a day or two a week or something.
Yep, as long as I'm not missing
seems
meetings.
Like such a game changer.
It's even when you don't use it, and we all try not to, most of the days, most of the time, my whole team will still come into the office. But it is so nice to have as like a Band-Aid. If you wake up feeling super crappy, I just worked on Excel for 2 hours in the
You don't
morning.
gotta take time off.
came in late.
Oh, that's so nice. That's the thing, like, with my job is it's similar in the way that I only have to work 40 hours a week, so I can kind of split that up among the week however I want, but it's a game that you play, because it's like, this week I got kind of screwed over, because I put in extra time in the beginning of the week, and I also had to stay late at the end.
And it's better to front load it.
Exactly.
But you're more likely to get caught.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man. So yeah, like I was putting in extra hours like every day, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so I could leave early Friday, and ended up just having to stick around for like 3 extra hours. But you know what happens?
Oh, still better than any job before this. Just for the amount of money, if nothing else. If we're being honest.
Dude, that's so nice. Like,
I would work 30 hours, which is not 40 hours.
Yeah.
But 30 hours in a week during a college semester is so much more difficult to accrue. And also, I get paid less than half what I would now.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Closer to a third of what I make now.
Really?
Yes.
Damn. That's rough.
It is. It was not great. And even as I hemorrhage money on auto bill insurance and anime subscriptions, and Brazzers.com.
It's the most random stuff.
Even as all of that seeps out of my account, I still feel a little bit... I breathe easier.
I love how talking about catching up has just turned into us complaining about our jobs, but also being like, it's nice to have money. Things that were true before we had to catch up.
Catching up, yes. What else has gone on? I went on a marathon date with... that's right. Well, I chose Christina Aguilera as the placeholder name on our notes page. So
absolutely. So let's
spent a weekend with Christina. Yeah. On Friday, we were originally, this was a couple weeks back, going to have a date on Friday, grab drinks, go to meet at a pub or something, normal first date. But we both had free time on Thursday. So I was like, hey, you want to just grab drinks tonight? And as long as it doesn't take away my chances of Friday, like if it's one or the other, Friday night would be better. Yeah. You got more time, more flexibility. She had nothing to do too, coincidentally. So we met in the middle and grabbed drinks, and immediately, this girl is dope. Like, conversation rolling. We have wing sauce all over our face, and she's like, yeah, we're not here to make an impression.
I was once told wings are the worst food to eat on a first date because there's no attractive way to eat saucy-ass chicken wings.
And let me tell you, her not trying to find an attractive way to eat saucy-ass chicken wings was a very attractive way to eat
Such a turn on, dude. Someone who just dives into chicken wings head first.
We each had, 2 beers, split a big order of wings, and then we had mozzarella sticks.
Oh, you can just let your guard down, man.
Exactly. Talk about disarming.
That's great, so nice.
Night. But, so that went well. Go back home, and for Friday, I think it was rainy, so we were like, hey, do you want to still hang out? She's like, yeah. Are you down to not go and do a date, or do you want to go bowling or to dinner or something? And she's like, honestly, it'd be fine to stay in, meet the dog,
hell yeah,
have some wine. So I picked up 3 liters of wine because mama ain't raised no bitch. Cleaned the apartment. I had just enough time between work and her coming over to set everything up. Everything is clean. I restocked my fridge. I have food.
I love putting my best foot forward. It really feels good because I think I got a great best foot.
The other foot?
Oh, yeah. All my other feet are
bunions
nothing
and hangnails.
Yeah.
But exactly. Best foot forward. Feels great. And to Christina Aguilera's credit, she really is dope, like all the tabloids say. And we decided that the night was going to be Netflix and cuddling with Freya and drinking wine and pancakes for dinner. So
not bad at all.
And Steve, of all the foods that I can cook, which are not many, do I know my pancakes?
Dude, you can make the shit out of a pancake, let me tell you.
And I did. Made a ton of pancakes, chocolate chip filled, banana filled, banana chocolate chip filled.
Dude, the whole array. The
exactly.
entire spectrum of pancakes.
And we went, instead of 1.5 liter bottle of wine, we killed them both over the course of the evening.
I love drinking large volumes of wine.
Especially with a dope girl. It was just so comfortable. She's the best. But, and the best part of it all is I wasn't a fuckboy. Nice. She decided to stay because she was drunk. Mm-hmm. and we cuddled and went to bed. And it was
what a gentleman.
so wholesome and nice and better than a hookup.
Dude, definitely, because a hookup's like, we were drunk, this is weird, like, I don't know, like, you kind of had to stay, like, what is this? But yeah, dude, when you're just, like, cuddling at night, and then, like, you wake up and you're still, like...
Cuddling?
Super chill with each other, like, it's a good time.
And there are gorgeous...
It builds trust.
That is true. There are gorgeous ladies of all types, but being 6'2", a 5'10" girl is the perfect little spoon size.
Yeah.
Oh,
facts.
So for your 6'5" ass, we just got to find a 6'1" lady.
Yeah, I got to date Gal Gadot or something.
Down to the Amazon you go.
Just for her height, yeah.
not the gorgeousness or movie stardom.
Yeah, that I can all do without.
And then the weekend-long day continued to be great because we woke up and had 2 stuffed crust pizzas for breakfast.
So you shared these 2, right?
Yes,
not
I
each.
ate, she could not. But yeah, pancakes for dinner, pizza for breakfast, and then...
A whole reversal.
For whatever reason, this was like the first free day that I've had in months, discounting holidays with family.
Yeah, I've kind of been all over the place too.
Yeah, so I got to cash in on it, and somehow it worked with her schedule too. She seems like a busy lady. And we pretty much did the same shit for the whole Saturday. And then I asked if she wanted to hang out Saturday night too, and extended into Sunday.
And she was way down. So what did you say she's up to now that, like, you said you had her come over because you wouldn't have, like, a chance, or you extended the stay because you wouldn't have a chance to see her soon?
Yes, it's not the start of an addictive relationship, which
I've seen this happen before, Zane.
Yeah, that's fair. Keep an eye on me. But it's not one of those because I had to go to Nashville last weekend, see my aunt, uncle, and cousin.
Oh, that's right.
Yep. And this weekend she's in Baltimore visiting her besties, and the weeks are busy. So it's been, I don't know, it'll be like 3 weeks between when we can see each other and hang out. So it's fine.
I gotcha.
And she also did give that warning, like, hey, I'm only, 3 or 4 months out of a relationship. Don't go falling in love with me. To which I scoff because, yeah, I've never fallen down that path.
Who, me? No.
She called that one. But we're doing all right.
That's good. You still talking to her regularly?
Yeah, like most of the days since then.
Okay,
and
okay.
It usually, this is, tell me I'm overthinking it, but life is a game, play it.
Yeah.
Usually we end on me sending a text at night. Either she stops replying or it's a good night text or something.
Yeah.
So I'll wait the next day, and every time she's texted first the next day.
Wow.
That it was left on me. So.
Okay. I gotcha. Yeah, I think that's my problem, is that it's often left on me and I don't text anything ever again.
See, I can not feel bad about a conversation dwindling or dying ever if I did my part. If I sent the last message in the conversation and they never replied, it's on them. You didn't want to pursue it.
Okay. Yeah, see, what happens with me is I get very tired of texting this person, and so I'm like, fuck it. I'll get back to it eventually.
None of you keep Steve's attention.
But yeah, I'll just be like, I'll get back to it later, and then like a day passes, I'm like, now it's weird if I get back to it, and I don't have the energy to do this, and then I just never text them.
I mean, hey, when there's a Nintendo Switch waiting to be played, why talk to real girls?
Exactly, dude. When there's like podcasts and things to listen to. Can't have a conversation with nobody and a girl at the same time.
When there's Mario.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a distraction.
Your one true love.
Oh, is in another castle. But when I went to Nashville, it was to see Hamilton, which was sick. That was
yeah, dude. How was Nashville in general?
Just to bring that back, Nashville's so cool, man. Vanderbilt is for sure on the list of med schools to apply to. What a dream it would be. I would love to live there for 4 years.
Yeah.
We drove past Zane's Comedy, which I hear about on all of the comedian podcasts I listen to. Like, I know that place. Mm-hmm. Brian Callen was headlining the Saturday that I was there. I know him.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah,
he's funny as shit.
Callen, yeah.
Like, great comedy, great music, great food. My aunt, uncle, and cousin are super cool, and they have a nice house. I guess that's 2 working parents and a single child.
Yeah, but also I feel like in Tennessee you can do that.
They got this house like literally in Nashville, basically, before Nashville really started to explode like it is.
Yeah, my aunt was like that in Austin.
Yeah, they're a 3-minute drive from the road that you can see downtown Nashville, like down the hill.
Oh, nice.
They are 8 or 10 minutes from the center of downtown Nashville.
Dude, if they were willing to Airbnb their house, they could make bank.
Oh my God. Yeah. But like 3-story, huge playroom on the top, awesome lounge playroom area with just like a giant square couch, where the inside is like filled in with ottomans too.
Yeah.
Just dope. So fun. And so fun to see them. But God damn it, would I love to live there. It feels like you could always find something amazing to do every night for years and not run out of stuff. And everywhere I looked also, there's like high-rise cranes. That city is exploding.
Really? Nashville?
Austin and Nashville, I think, are both growing stupid fast, along with a couple other places.
It makes me want
Bozeman, Montana, now super popular for some reason.
Okay, I was going to save this, but you talking about this makes me want to bring it up. It's a would you rather question.
Oh.
And so the question is, would you rather pick a dream location and you have to live there for the rest of your life? Like, let's say it's
the Maldives,
a city. Like, pick a single city or town or whatever, your dream one, and live there for the rest of your life and you can't leave. Or you can live wherever, but you have to move every 6 months for the rest of your life.
So if you're living in this dream city, you can't leave, even to travel or whatever, or you just can't move.
You can't leave.
So you are in that city for the rest.
Yes.
I'll move every 6 months.
You'll move every 6 months for the rest of your life?
I grew up with the military. We were moving every 2 years.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's fine. I could do 6 months in LA, 6 months in Boston, 6 months in New York, 6 months in Thailand, 6 months in Edinburgh, 6 months in Amsterdam. I will hop around. If I can find a career that makes that happen, I would consider doing that by choice for a pretty good amount of my life. I would do that from age now until maybe 40. Even with young kids.
Oh man. The thing is, I thought of the question. I don't think I really thought of what my answer would be.
I'm curious to hear yours because you're a little bit less wanderlusty than me.
Yeah, I just think for the rest of my life, moving around that often seems like a nightmare.
Well, it's not like you're going to build up the house that your parents have full of memories and 25 years of stuff and children.
Yeah.
You will be living lighter for that reason.
Yeah. Oh man, it seems so hard to have a family like that. I don't know.
Maybe.
I think I need to do more research in this. I think I'd pick a city though. I think I would pick a city and not leave.
Any ideas which it might be?
That's a tough question.
LA is not going to last the rest of your life. They'll fall into the ocean. I'd recommend going somewhere a little farther east.
I don't know if I was considering the rising sea level aspect of this decision.
You got to consider all angles, Steven.
I don't know. I mean, maybe like the thing is I haven't been enough places. I'd have to like look around and do more research. But maybe like somewhere in Colorado or something. Like I feel like
Colorado
Denver or Boulder seems like it's got like the city vibe, but also maybe cities too small. What if it was
any one spot, dream spot? That's fine.
Dream area, I guess. Like if you're going to Europe, maybe a whole country. If you're in the United States, maybe like
a state
or like an area of states. But one like
New Hampshire's such a
how big
state.
is 100-mile radius? Is that like?
That means from the center you can drive at least 2 hours in any direction.
Okay.
It'll take you 2 or 3 hours to hit the edge of that circle.
Okay, any 100-mile radius, you'd still take the moving.
Ooh, that one I'd have to play up on Google Maps. Drag that circle
really
around.
Optimize
if
it.
I can capture like a big part of California and mountains in Utah, and
right.
You could probably hit a pretty sick swath. Or that would just include all of Iceland.
That's true. Yeah, I'd put it in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. I'd put it on the garbage patch. The Great Pacific Garbage Patch. That's where I want to live for the rest of my life.
Hey, have you heard some of the science? Boyan Slot is the brilliant entrepreneur that's driving the cleanup of that.
I listened to his most recent episode on Rogan, yeah.
Sick. What a great guy. We need more little Elons and Boyans running around.
I hope
use weird vowels when you name your kids, guys. It turns them into great
Elon
humanitarian. Elon Tusk. Dude, I miss traveling. It's been 5 months since I did Iceland, and I'm already starting to itch.
Yeah, I mean, you went to Tennessee. I don't know if you count that.
Nah.
You're talking about international
Intra-US is now easy enough to do on a weekend or something. Yeah, I mean international.
Gotcha.
So many places still to go. I'm at 34 right now.
34 countries?
34 countries.
Damn, dude, that's a lot.
That's a sixth of the world.
You're gonna make it. Did you see there was that
Considering
girl?
it, yes.
She's younger than us. She was the youngest person ever to go to every country in the
Yep.
world. And her last one was North Korea.
I follow her on Instagram.
That's so
Lexi
crazy.
Limitless is
Good for
the
her,
Instagram. Yeah, sick. I don't know what, not to put any sort of judgment or implications, I don't know what you're born with in life that lets you chase that dream, because I for sure would have. But
her mother is like a flight attendant or something, so she's been getting free travel. Like this list has been started when she was like probably before she started forming memories.
that still counts, and it's so cool.
Yeah, exactly.
That's sick.
Like, I
Marry
mean,
me.
that's the only way you can do it at this age.
Lexi Limitless, marry me.
Dude.
Christina Aguilera doesn't want to fall in love right now.
I mean, she's already like seen it all though. Like, is she gonna want to travel more, or do you think she's like kind of donezo?
I feel like that is now your life. Like,
Yeah,
that's,
true.
your identity is tied up in being somewhere new.
She should get a show on the Travel Channel or something. Dude, that'd be a great like life. Getting a show like.
Bert did one of those. Bert
Yeah,
Kreischer.
that's right. What was it called?
It's incredible. Bert the Conqueror.
Bert the Conqueror.
Exactly. If I had that, oh man, what a dream it would be.
Like a no reservations kind of thing. Or if you ever seen Idiot Abroad.
That could be
another
me.
Great show.
I'm pretty good at getting around, and I can do it on my own. If they just pay me the money to travel and pay for one guy who can do film, edit, and recording stuff, I can do all of the logistics. Travel Channel, if you're one of our 43 watches so far,
Dude, I feel like you'd be great on The Amazing Race.
I would have so much fun. God, what a dream. I can't wait to do more like this.
Do they just put normal people on that? Like, is that just like a normal people kind of thing?
I've watched so little reality TV.
I've never actually seen the show.
Okay, then I'm in the same boat as you.
Okay.
I just know that there is a crazy race around the world.
Yeah, it's like a scavenger hunt, essentially, around the world.
Listen, man, I am so slick at airports now. Going to Nashville and on the way back, I got to the airport, like stepped in the front doors, and was at my gate within 24 minutes both times.
Damn, are you pre-check?
No.
Really?
I have it all, like how I pack, what I need to take off in the line. I've done it enough now that there's just no hang-ups. I know exactly what I have to do, and I know exactly where I'm going.
You've optimized it for sure.
After doing it enough, which means it's time to take you on an adventure. How much international travel have you done?
I've been to England, Scotland, I mean, Mexico and Canada, if they count. Dominican Republic.
I was there for that one.
Very true. And I think that's that's it.
All right.
Yeah.
It's time. You got to figure out when you can do like a week or 9 days or something, and that's enough for us to do a country or two pretty well.
Yeah.
We can make that work.
That'd be fun.
If you want to do the Baltic countries again, that's a double dip that I would hit.
Okay.
Amsterdam I have to go to again. Scotland I want to go back.
Have to? You have unfinished business?
They're waiting for me.
I must complete my mission.
I've been activated. But Amsterdam I have to do again because I didn't get to do all of the city experiences that I wanted.
The red light district and such.
That's exactly it. That's the only one.
That's all I'm missing on my checklist.
If I wasn't with a friend, they didn't have any group rates.
Oh, unfortunate.
But if you want to do the Baltic countries, Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia might have been the single best self-contained like 9-day trip I did.
Really? What's so great about them?
Well, when I was living in Sweden, it was only a 17 euro flight to get there.
Yeah.
So it was $20 to fly from Copenhagen into Lithuania.
Okay.
Which isn't bad, but
I've heard good things about Romania.
I haven't done Romania yet. We can put that on there.
Okay.
But once I got there, it was first super quaint, like very European old world vibes in a lot of areas of these cities. And I did Vilnius and I did 2 major cities in Lithuania, the 2 largest ones, and walked around for the day and saw like every major site, monument, public park. They're small enough that you can just kind of see all of it in 4 or 5 hours of walking.
Oh, wow. That's
in the major
much
city.
Less time than I thought.
Well, yeah, I mean, you think a major city in the U.S. and it's New York with 17 million people or whatever.
Yeah, you could go like
a major
few
city
days.
there is like 400,000 people.
Oh, okay.
It's just a different game.
Yeah.
When your whole
Scale.
country has a population of 2 million, it's,
Yeah.
it's not bad.
It's a change in scope.
But then, also, the exchange rate is great. It felt like you could buy twice what you normally could.
That's what I've heard too.
Oh, going to places where you buy very little, like Iceland, versus where the dollar is strong. Oh my god, it is so fun and freeing.
There was a podcast I was listening to with this guy Andrew Tate, and if you haven't heard of him, he was like the 2-time world heavyweight kickboxing champion, and he's a British guy, but he lives in Romania right now, and he's just saying how it's like, yeah, like if you have money, basically, like you are just a king over here. Like there's like so little taxes, nobody gets like offended by everything, like anything, like you just kind of do what you want. And so he just lives with like a bunch of girlfriends and a bunch of like nice cars and is just like a bro.
He's the European Dan Bilzerian.
Yeah, basically.
That's amazing. So yeah, the food is incredible. The culture is super cool. Everyone is gorgeous for whatever reason in that area. Like Latvia often wins as #1 most attractive women in the world.
Yeah, he
as
said
a
the
country.
same thing.
It's crazy. Yeah, some of the European or Eastern European stuff is strong genetics.
Yeah.
But on top of that, it cost me $11 to take a coach bus from one capital city, from Lithuania, into Latvia's capital city.
Oh, wow.
It was a 4-hour drive. I went from the capital of a country to the capital of another country. They had a hot chocolate and espresso machine on the bus.
Oh, that
and
sounds
movie screens
brilliant.
in the head of every seat. And it was an $11 bus trip.
That is so brilliant.
It was amazing.
Yeah, seriously.
And then it's only 4 hours to go to Tallinn, the capital of Estonia. So you can hit all 3 countries, and there are only 2 bus rides to hit all. It's just great. The people were so friendly. The nightlife is nuts. That was when I stayed out clubbing till 5 a.m. with some girl for her birthday and her mom and sister.
Dude, that sounds like so much fun.
It was amazing. If
At
you want
such an affordable rate.
Oh, the whole 9-day trip, including flights, food, alcohol, hostels, everything, I think only ran me maybe like $300 or $400.
What?
It was ludicrous. I ate a 3-course meal in Latvia. We're going to the same restaurant if we go to that city.
I would love to.
Oh my god. I ate a 3-course meal with 2 beers, and I tipped well, and it cost me, I think, $17.
Oh my god.
It was incredible.
Damn, dude, that's so nuts. Yeah, we should definitely do that.
And then this we won't do, but
Okay.
in Sweden, all of the liquor stores are owned by the government. Systembolaget, it's like a chain of stores that is government run, closed on Sundays, closes early Saturday. It's very regulated and it's very heavily taxed.
Okay.
So like a $15 or $20 bottle of alcohol here is like $30, $35 there.
Ooh, okay.
Standard, yeah.
Yeah.
Drinking in Sweden is not cheap. But when you're a 80-minute plane ride from Sweden and you're in Latvia where it's $9 for that bottle of alcohol,
Wow.
it makes enough sense to pay the 50 euros or whatever to check your bag and do an international liquor store run. So I got a list.
On a plane?
Yes.
Wow.
I got a list from all my friends, what they wanted, and then I walked to this liquor store warehouse along the part of the city in Latvia.
Yeah.
Riga. That's the capital city. Okay. Along the ports of Riga, there's a massive warehouse for liquor sales, and I bought 17 bottles of alcohol.
Jesus.
And walked
You're a
it,
smuggler.
stuffed it into my giant camping bag, and had to like huff it. This was the worst part. My bag weighed like 88 pounds.
Yeah, I bet, dude. Just glass and heavy liquid.
Packed them all in my clothes, checked the bag at the airport, got hit with the overweight fee, so it was like 50 plus more, and we still saved 33% over Sweden's prices.
Wow. And all it took was a huge headache.
And maybe a contributing factor to my broken spine.
Yeah, you know, just toss it in there with all the other ones.
But yeah, there's so many great places. I want to do New Zealand. If you're down to do a camper van type thing, I'm going to do 2 or 3 weeks in New Zealand at some point and drive both islands.
Gotcha.
Spring 2021, I'm still going to do the 2 months or so in Southeast Asia. If you want to meet me for any part of that.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay.
My mom wants to do either India or back to Zambia for volunteering, maybe this year.
Oh, she wants to volunteer with you?
Yeah, she did for,
nice.
When we went to Zambia, she came for 1 week. I went for a month and she was there for the first week of it. Her and my aunt came and volunteered and lived in the same volunteer compound I did.
What were they like specifically doing volunteering?
My mom worked in the same medical clinic I did because she's the ultrasound tech. She has enough medical background to help.
Yeah.
And my aunt taught at a kindergarten for a week.
Okay.
Yeah, that was Auntie Pam.
Oh, that's so nice.
So yeah, they were there for a week and then they flew back and stopped for like 2 days in Paris, confirmed the stereotype that French people are assholes to tourists, and went home.
So I've heard.
And I stayed in Zambia for 3 more weeks. But she wants to do maybe another volunteer trip. That might happen.
Okay.
But I haven't done any South America yet, so that's on my list also if you want to squeeze that in.
Yeah, so
I'd like to do a Chile and Argentina trip.
My brother just got back from Peru after living there for 2.5 months.
Whoa!
Yeah, dude, yeah. He was there for 2.5 months just staying with like in like a couple different places. And because it's so cheap to live down there, he was saying like a meal is like $1.50 American, and like his rent for the month for like a month of living there in an Airbnb was like $300. And yeah, I mean, yeah, I remember him, like calling him and him telling me like he was looking out over this balcony of this just gorgeous view. He enjoyed it a lot. Although a funny story was how they're at a very high elevation there, and so when he got off of the plane and he had to walk uphill with like this heavy ass bag of his stuff that was going to keep him going for 2.5 months, and like every 5 steps he had to like stop and catch his breath. Like, oh my god, it sounded so brutal. But yeah, he went to see like Machu Picchu and stuff, and he said it was like beautiful. And there was another thing. Something about a rainbow. Oh, I can't remember what it was called, but it was
They have them there.
Another big like attraction of Peru. But yeah, I mean,
the color spectrum is backwards because they're in the southern hemisphere.
I don't know if that's how that works. But, yeah,
and their toilet water flushes the other direction.
Yeah, exactly, because of the Coriolis effect. But
the areolas effect.
But I know. So I think my family's trying to plan a trip down there, and then you can like show us around or something.
I swear, if that's not just a family outing, I will tag along. Mm-hmm. I'll pay my way just to go with you guys.
It seems like it'd be a great time.
Oh, man, it is such a great way to spend all of my money, but it was so amazing. Some of the things I've gotten to do were just nuts.
Yeah.
Hiking the freaking fjords and glaciers in Norway.
Yeah.
It was sick. Some of the things. Hiking up to the top of the mountain that is named Godless in Bulgaria.
Why is it called Godless? Is there lore?
I don't know. I don't know the backstory, but it's Biesbog, which means godless.
Huh.
That was when I went for the week-long snowboard trip, and we stayed in like a lodge at the very top of the mountain. You go up 2 ski lifts that are clearly not up to any code anywhere in the world.
Gotcha.
Terrifying the whole way. I want to go traveling with you, Steven. Are you ready to go somewhere yet?
I have such little time off from work is the problem right now. I need to like earn it all.
Every day that I don't go isn't just a paid time off I use. It is that whole day of wages I lose, and I will still match you day for day.
That's nuts.
Come on. Come on, Webb.
One of these days.
We got to make you an international man of mystery. Turn you into Mr. Worldwide.
Right now, I'm just a national man of mystery.
Questionable symbol of our nation.
Yeah.
Where else? Oh, my God. And then actually 2 others that are definitely on the list at some point. 3, I want to go to Russia for sure. Mm-hmm. One girl that I met at a hostel in Budapest that I've stayed in touch with on Instagram just did Antarctica.
Ooh.
From the tip of Chile.
What was her review of Antarctica?
She said she wished she had gone to more places in the world first because she doesn't think anything will ever seem as beautiful now that she's been there.
Wow.
She said it was about $5,000 all said and done for the trip, the travel.
$5,000 to see a bunch of ice. I don't know.
To see that. She's been to more countries than I have, and that was her review. She said that
it seems like a different planet. That's the thing.
I know.
You know?
That one's for sure on my list.
Yeah.
Is that a country? I know it's a continent, but is that...
It doesn't have like a government, I don't think.
So when you say there's 206 or 7 or 209 countries, that does not include Antarctica.
Yeah, I think Antarctica
that's just 7th continent.
I think it's just the name of the landmass, yeah.
I still have to do Australia, South America.
I don't think it's a nation. I don't know if there's a difference between like a nation or a state.
I have to do Australia and South America before Antarctica, so I've at least been to every continent.
I mean, you could do that one, and then that's also on your way to every continent.
But her review is leave it for last because everything else pales in comparison.
I find that I feel like it's just different. Like there's no culture in Antarctica.
I'm not going to not enjoy traveling afterwards.
Yeah.
But I could see why the fjords in Norway or the glaciers in Iceland are a little bit neat after you've seen Antarctica.
Maybe, yeah.
Have you seen some of the blue ice and emerald ice and incredible...
Yeah, I've watched Nat Geo before.
You could say I'm cultured.
Yeah, exactly. I'm worldly.
Worldly, not cultured because there's no culture in Antarctica. That's right. Those are on the list. And then, probably with that girl, North Korea.
Wow. By North Korea, do you mean you go into that little border thing and then...
Not the DMZ, into North Korea.
How? Is that just a thing you can do?
You can as a tourist, and usually they have a couple of people walking with you. You are told where they're going to show you. You're told what you can and can't see.
Does this sound fun to you, or does this just sound like something that you want to be able to say you
It sounds
did?
like an experience, and I can learn from it. It also sounds fun, but... It's structured. It's structured by the North Korean government, so you get basically shown the propaganda, the outside of the massive city that's hollow on the inside. Yeah. Exactly. You get to be shown what North Korea wants people outside of North Korea to see, so that you can go and spread the word. Just make sure you don't steal a poster because then you get beaten, locked up, and die in prison. Yeah, you get the wizard, but not the man behind the curtain. It's exactly. It's super regulated and sketchy, and I got to be on your best behavior. Yeah, I bet. But I would do that for a 5-day trip or something. I just need to figure out how you contact the North Korea tourism ministry. Are you allowed to take videos? I don't know. I don't think so, and I'm not going to even consider pushing the boundaries in any way. Yeah. That's next level. We operate in our confines and structured society where bad things can happen. You could get stabbed or murdered or mugged, but they are known to be bad, and there should be retribution, and there are authority figures in place to try and prevent and punish that. When you're there, you forfeit all of that. Truthfully, anything can be done to you because people who have more power than you in that place decide it, and that can be the end of the situation. No superhero savior, no movie plot twist. No, you could get locked up and then die in prison. That's it. So what do you do on a North Korean tour? Do you have any idea? Or do you just know that there are tours? I read through one guy's blog about it maybe a year or so ago, and they you got to see the very pristine, nice parts of it, the happy parts in the capital largely. Are there people around? Yeah, some, and everyone's super happy, we love our supreme leader. Oh, it makes me so uncomfortable. And I want to know. Yeah. So I think that's on my list, but it's an interesting one. Wow. North Korea is nuts. Yeah, weed is legal. I think in North Korea? Yeah, weed grows on the streets. Crack, I think, is legal. What? I would never expect that. That's conspiracy gone true, government controlling their populace. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of hard drugs are fine, but nobody is allowed to drive on the roads except military and government officials, so no one has a car or drives. There's only one radio station and 3 channels of TV. Would you want to go to Hong Kong right now, or do you think that's too much? Right now, probably not. Would I want to? Yes. Would I? Probably not. Yeah. As curious as I am to see it, and as important a thing I think it is to be witnessed on a global stage, I don't know that it is worth the blatant personal risk. Yeah, I agree. So although I want to go to these crazy places, like I'd love to see Somalia at some point, I'm not going to be doing it the dumb way.
Yeah.
There's smart ways to go to dangerous places.
Go in a full flak jacket.
Go without any serious, like, country-related gear. Obviously travel without money that is physical or stealable.
Yeah.
Either sign in remote pay stuff only or transfer little bits out of ATMs remotely as you go. There are ways to do it where you minimize your risk.
True.
And I'm interested to do a lot of those. World's a big place, man.
I just need to get fired from my job, I think. I need to have the floor, like, ripped out from under me.
There's so many... it's so tempting to just, like, F off and do it.
Just make enough money.
A couple of fellas go worldwide.
That'd be fun. If we
just do it in different countries, meet people, interview...
Just international vlogs.
Do you know if there's any podcast or popular show where it's like podcast guests, but just normal people, like other cultures, other places, a chef in a tiny Italian village, or like some lady that works in a vineyard?
There are like eclectic interview podcasts that I've seen, like something like Joe
one
Rogan,
about
but even
worldwide and culture. Yeah, like Joe Rogan International.
That would be really cool.
A couple of fellas travel the world.
Oh, that'd be neat.
Let's do the Rick and Morty outro. A couple of fellas, 100 years.
Forever, never stopping.
4 seasons, and sometimes just doing regular couple of fellas stuff. Or going to crazy new places to be a couple of fellas.
4 seasons in a movie.
Zane and Steve, a couple of fellas.
Forever.